A common misconception is that, oh yeah, I've got grass on my place. I got a grassy field out there. I got a grassland you can go look at. But, native grasslands differ from sort of the mundane field and pastures that you might drive by every day in some really key ways. So, if you were to go look at your average pasture, for example, it's just one or two, maybe three grasses that dominate that pasture. If you go to a healthy native grassland, there's not only probably 30 species of grasses, there's 75, 100 species of wildflowers. There's 5, 6 different species of shrubs. There's even trees.
Grasslands in the Southeast are very complicated. There are so many different kinds. And in SGI, I think we really use the term grassland pretty broadly. But I think the most general definition I could think of is an open habitat. So what I mean by that is in a closed canopy forest, there is shade covering every bit of the ground. Grassland plants, not just grasses, but all kinds of wildflowers, they need a lot of sun to thrive. So they thrive in either habitats that have no trees or habitats that have very sparse trees. And native grasslands in the Southeast are some of the most diverse habitat types that exist in the US.
A lot of people are shocked to find out that many of our southern grasslands are supposed to have trees in them. But these trees are isolated, scattered. All this diversity then in the plants feeds these different sort of trophic levels, these different parts of the food web. And so you've got the insects that are drawn to all those plants. All the cover provided by those plants, those different bunch grasses, they provide the cover and the habitat that's needed for a safe space for small native rodents like meadow jumping mouse or deer mice. A lot of our small mammals, they must have those sort of nooks and crannies beneath those native grasslands to hide from owls and hawks and predatory birds. So grasslands are just so vibrant, so alive. We're just now beginning to sort of even see how the underground parts of grasslands are so wonderfully rich with fungi and soil bacteria and all these microbes. That's still a frontier that we don't even quite understand that well. One of the things that makes grasslands special here in the Southeast is they're kind of naturally small and they're naturally fragmented. And so I think that's going to help be part of the solution to how we ultimately save southern grasslands, is playing on those attributes. Now, that's not to say we didn't have some southern grasslands that were 1 million acres. We absolutely did. But many of them were hundreds of acres in size or a few thousand acres in size. We got a lot of grasslands that are naturally, just a fraction of an acre in size. And because of that, that means they're always closely juxtaposed against forest or woodlands or wetlands. And that interplay between grasslands and woodlands, forests, and all those other types of ecosystems creates this wonderful mosaic, like this tapestry, right? And you add then that to mountains and valleys and hills. And it means that, many of the species that thrive in grasslands, they're also moving in and out of forest, right? They might nest in grasslands, but they might feed, in forest or vice versa. And so we've done a good job in this country of promoting healthy forest and promoting wetland conservation. We're leaving out a massive piece of the puzzle, of the mosaic in grasslands. We've really got to, what we like to say is, it's time to, give grasslands an equal seat at the conservation table. They hadn't had an equal seat.